Welcome back! My name is Baller Scuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1980, and today we're going to talk about Rogue. Our story starts in the late 70s with a UC Santa Cruz student named Michael Toy. Toy had learned programming growing up, primarily to recreate the 1971 Star Trek game he had played as a kid when he would visit his father's work. While at UC Santa Cruz, Toy discovered Colossal Cave Adventure on the ARPANET. Impressed by the game, Toy started to write his own adventure game. At UC Santa Cruz, Michael Toy met Glenn Wickman, a fellow student who was studying game design, primarily to become a board game developer. Wickman had created his own role-playing games growing up. The two became friends and began to design adventure games for each other. One issue that the two men found with adventure games was the lack of replayability. Once the puzzles were solved, the challenge and appeal of the games were lost, so they would constantly need to create new games for each other. At the time, the Curses programming library, designed by Ken Arnold, was becoming popular on the University of California campuses. This was thanks to the BSD Unix operating system becoming the primary operating system on the campuses. The Curses programming library allowed for graphical interfaces by allowing characters to be placed anywhere on the screen. Toy and Wickman decided to use this library to create more adventure games. After a few more created games, the two came up with the idea to create an adventure game using the style in Dungeons & Dragons. This time, they would include elements that would change every time that the game was played. The idea became an adventurer that would explore and find treasures in a dungeon. Wickman came up with the idea of the name. The name Rogue comes from the idea that unlike the party-based Dungeons & Dragons, the player in this game would be going by themselves. Because Michael Toy was a better computer programmer, he led the development of the game. Toy used the C programming language. Toy then taught Wickman the language, and Wickman would have some significant impact on the design. For the random nature of the dungeon layout, the two would use procedural generation, where the computer could then create a layout based on certain parameters that were pre-programmed into the software. The computer would then fill the created dungeon with equipment, magic items, and monsters. The magic items would be a mystery to the player until the player either tested them or found a way to identify them. The monsters would get harder the deeper into the dungeon the player went. The original idea was to give the monsters more advanced intelligence routines, but due to memory limits, the monsters became stronger and had more health instead. The two allowed other students at UC Santa Cruz to start playtesting the game. Based on that feedback, the two added permadeath, the idea that the hero's death would mean the end of the game and could not be recovered. Being able to save the game was demanded by players, however. So, as a compromise, the players are able to save the game, but loading that save game will delete the save, ensuring that the players could not abuse saves to get around the permadeath mechanic. A scoreboard was also added to allow competition between players. Although the game's code was not distributed, the game itself spread across the UC campuses, and Rogue found more and more players and more fans. Rogue is a role-playing video game. It features a dungeon crawl through procedurally generated levels with turn-based gameplay and permanent death in a high fantasy setting. The players take their character through the dungeons of doom in search of the amulet of Yendor. Yendor is Rodney spelled backwards, where Rodney is the name of a powerful sorcerer in the world. Once the amulet is found, the player can then climb out of the dungeon and head back to the surface, therefore winning the game. All graphics of the game are represented by letters and symbols, including the dungeon, the player's character, and the monsters. Each dungeon level consists of a grid of 3 possible rooms by 3 possible rooms. The player must go down each level to find more difficult monsters, but also the object of the quest, as well as more points. And that is the initial background of Rogue. With that now told, it's time to play Rogue for ourselves. And here we are in Rogue. This is the game. This is Rogue, the adventure game. This is not the original version of the game. Once again, cannot find the original versions of a lot of these computer games. So I'm playing a version of the game that came out in 1984. There's a couple names on this list that we have not mentioned yet, and a couple that we have. We'll talk about this specific version some other time, but just know that this is, although graphically superior to the version that originally came out in 1980, the gameplay is the same. So our rogue's name is going to be Baller Scuba, and we're going to start off here. Hello, Baller Scuba! Welcome to the Dungeons of Doom. These are definitely a difficult thing to do, the Dungeons of Doom. I do not have high hopes that I will win. I will be amazed if I win. There are people that have dedicated their lives to Rogue, at least years to Rogue, and have not beaten the game. This is a very difficult game. I'm going to do what I can, but do not expect victory. I'm just throwing that out right now. All right, so let's talk about kind of the overall design of what we're looking at here. The middle of the screen is the map. As you can see, I only have one room available to me. My character is represented by the little smiley face yellow icon. That's kind of in the bottom left-ish of the screen. That is my character. In the original versions of the game, you were represented by an @ symbol, as in you are at here. There's 2 other things that are in the room. There is a yellow kind of asterisk looking thing. I think that's what they're going for. That's gold. We'll be seeing a lot of that. That's kind of how you get your score in the game. And then there's a capital S. The S represents an enemy. That's a snake. There are 26 different enemies in the game, each represented by a letter. I will probably have to look them up as we keep going. But the S I know is a snake. I do have control. I have the control scheme in front of me. I might have to look that up. I also have a guide in front of me with a bestiary and stuff like that. So I will have to refer to that. The more I refer to it, the better it's going to go. So hopefully I do have to refer to it more as we keep going. I have practiced a bit, so hopefully I will do decently. But once again, I do not have high hopes of actually winning this. All right, so the movement is weird. We'll start there. If you want to go left, it's H. If you want to go down, it's J. If you want to go up, it's K. You notice the snake's getting closer to me. And you want to go right, it is L. Yeah, I'm not always a fan. There's also diagonals. We'll kill the snake first, and then we'll talk about the diagonals. It's getting a little close to me. So I'm going to hit L and let it hit me. There was a chance it wouldn't, but we don't hit the snake. We don't hit the snake. And it got an excellent hit on me. It doesn't hit. I don't. It got another excellent. I don't hit it. Swing and miss. Swing and miss. And it keeps on hitting me. I'm at less than half health already. There we go. I have injured the snake. I have defeated the snake. And I almost died doing it. At the bottom of the screen, you can see my level. I'm still level 1, which makes sense. I just started. You can see my hit points. They're called hits. I currently have 3 out of a maximum of 12. You can see my strength that helps me do damage. We'll put it there. It's basically Dungeons and Dragons strength, but for our purposes right now, it just helps me do damage. You can see how much gold I have, what my armor is, and how much experience I have. Now, the snake was worth 3 experience. It's not one of the more difficult enemies, but I struggled with it apparently. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mash the period button. The period is wait, and that will allow me to regain my health, because I don't want to do anything more until I'm back up to full health. There we go. You might notice a bee kind of entered the room there. That is a bat. That is the weakest enemy of the game. So I'm going to kind of saunter over to it. Ooh, it got an excellent hit on me. So we'll talk about diagonals a bit here. They are Y, U, B, and N. So Y is up to the left, U is up to the right, B is down and to the left, and N is down and to the right. I did have to look at my keyboard while I explained those. This is not a familiar controls game for me. So we'll hit Y and we'll try to hit it. Now we need to hit K. Don't hit it, and it gets an excellent hit. Will you die? It should not be this difficult for me to hit. There we go. Down it goes. No, not yet. I'm going to hit the wrong button a lot. Hit comma there. Comma in other versions of the game will help you pick up things that you're on top of, but in this version it seems that I can just walk on it and I grab stuff. Hooray! All that for 2 gold pieces. Okay, so we're going to head out. We'll head down. You can kind of see the doors on all 3 sides here. We'll head down into a hallway, which will lead us to the next room. And here we can find a hobgoblin. This is your standard enemy. This is also something I shouldn't have too much difficulty with, but we'll see, because so far things haven't been going well. There we go. 2 hits and down it goes. It didn't hit me at all. I should talk about our inventory a bit. You can see it by pressing I, and that takes you to the inventory screen. I have some food. I'm going to need more than that. I have ring mail, +1 ring mail. Once again, we're using Dungeons & Dragons rules here. The pluses mean better. Armor class, in this game, the higher the better. But in the game's functionality, the lower the better. Because in Dungeons & Dragons, the lower your armor class, the better. But in this game, it counts up. So technically, if you're playing Dungeons & Dragons and you're wondering what my armor class is, it's 6. It's 11 minus whatever my armor class here says. But for our purposes, we just want a higher number. That's all there is to it. And the higher number that we have, the lower of a chance I'll be hit. My weapon is a +1/+1 mace. I believe they call it a double enchanted mace. It's a good weapon. It's a really good weapon to start. We'll actually find worse weapons than this in the game. But the +1 increases my chance to hit and also my damage. So +1/+1 mace. Then we also have a short bow. From what I understand, the short bow is not particularly good. And I do have 30 arrows to use with the short bow, but I probably won't be using that too much. Okay, so let's actually, play the game. I have a dead end here. So we'll back up a bit. Once again, I'm going to hit the wrong buttons from time to time. I'll try to use diagonals, but if I'm just kind of moving along and not in the middle of the battle, chances are I probably won't be using the diagonals too much. No, not G. It's so weird. Oh, okay. So we have 2 enemies in this room. We have an E. That's new. It's an emu. That one I know. Hey, 1 hit, 1 kill. I'll take it. And we made it to level 2. Hooray! You might notice that my strength went up, my hits went up, and my experience changed from 1 something to 2 something. So I'm level 2, and I have 10 experience points. That's what that stands for. All right, we have another deadly snake. Let's see if I can take this one on. There we go. Down it goes. All right, let's get my health back. You do have to kind of keep an eye on things because enemies will just kind of spawn and come at you. Even if you've already cleared the room, you apparently missed some monsters or something. Hey, that little kind of club thing, like the suit of cards club thing, that's food. And then over here we have some gold. Hooray. And then you might notice that these doors would lead to each other. If I could go down there. Hey, it's a K. It's a kestrel. Now I'm level 2, though. Nothing can handle me. Well, we'll see about that. We'll keep going. I shouldn't taunt the game. Like I said, the game is very difficult. So the overall goal of the game is to get the Amulet of Yendor. Yendor, as I mentioned before, is Rodney spelled backwards. And that will allow you to climb upstairs. Because right now you might notice there's no stairs for us to climb up. There will be stairs for us to climb down, but nothing yet. Once you get it, you have to go through basically the entire dungeon that you've gone through again. You have to climb up one at a time. And every time you enter a new floor, the game spawns a whole new floor. All right, bat down. So you go down the dungeon, you find the amulet. Like, yeah, come on, show me something. Where's the room? That's the room in the corner. I'll take it, I guess. So you go down to whatever level the amulet is on, and you grab it, and then you climb back up, and you do basically the entire dungeon, again, in reverse. The lowest, or I should say the highest level, but the lowest number floor. Ooh, there's a bat. Kill it, and there's also the way down. There we go. Got it. The lowest number floor that the amulet can spawn on is level 26. Hey, another emu. All right. Ready to go. Let me finish my thought on the amulet. So the lowest level that it can be on, the lowest number level is 26, which means you go from floor 1, which is what we're on right now, down to level 26. Then you climb all the way back up to level 1, which means that you have to clear 51 floors in the game. And that is the best case scenario. Chances are it's not going to be on level 26. You're going to have to go deeper in order to find this amulet. This is a surprisingly long game. All right, so my next thought is about the grid of the layout here. As we mentioned before, there's a chance that there's basically 9 rooms, 3 by 3. This level, it clearly doesn't have a room on the middle right because the hallway went right through it. So there's only 8 here. That happens. This green thing here is the stairs. To use it, you get on it and then you hit the greater than symbol, and that's how you go downstairs. And we found ourselves a kestrel. So let's kill that. Hooray! That was easy. And we got up to level 3. So you can see on the right my actual level, and level 2 is the floor that we're on, basically. That's what they mean by level. I'm going to be using the word level for both of them, unfortunately. But yeah, we're level 3 now, but we're only on dungeon floor level number 2. All right, what do we have over here? Ooh, that looks really nice. We have stairs. I'm not going to take them yet. I'm going to grab this, though. Studded leather armor. All right, to wear armor, it's a capital W. I'll have to take off the armor. I should leave it for now, shouldn't I? I should leave it until I can identify it, because there's a good chance, well, not a good chance, but there is a chance that it's actually bad armor, even though it sounds good to me. It sounds better than my ring mail, but we'll have to take a look at it some other time. All right, 37 gold pieces and a hobgoblin. Whoa. I died? How did that happen? How did that happen so quickly? I swear I was at full health, and the next thing I knew, I was dead. All right. I clearly wasn't paying attention because I was explaining too much. So let's try this again. We'll start over, and we'll try to go faster this time. This is what I get for not paying attention. Come on, kill the kestrel. We're going quick here. I mean, I already have embarrassed myself. No need to let me die here again. Jeez, I died to a hobgoblin at level 3. All right, we found a scroll. It says Anum Blue Kretheru Zoom. I don't know what the scroll is. None of that makes sense to me. Basically, what this means is that at some point I will read it and I'll try to find out what it does. But until then, until there's a good time for me to read the scroll, I'm going to leave it alone. Scrolls are typically good, but I want to hold off until I have something to identify first, because there's a decent chance that it will be a scroll of identify. There's another one. This is Sotherthur Tab Allah. You notice that they give them letters afterwards. Whatever I pick up first, that would automatically go to B. Whatever I pick up second goes to C. And food is on A. So there's that. Here's another potion. Well, this is our first potion, isn't it? This is an Ecru potion. We'll just hold on to that. Potions can be very bad, so I definitely want to try to identify those before I use them. Scrolls I can read without identifying, but I want to be further in the game before I start reading scrolls. I'll let you know when. But I feel like I spawned in like a spot right next to a treasure room. That was a lot of good stuff there. All right, hobgoblin there. These are not difficult creatures. These are not bad. I think I wasn't paying attention to hunger last time. I think that's what it was. I'll have to look at the footage. Wait, I thought you were dead. All right, now down you go. There's my health back. See, now I can kind of fully concentrate on this instead of explaining everything, which I think was throwing me off. There is hunger in the game, and it's pretty bad when it hits you. All right, there's another scroll that's on C, so 2 of the same scrolls now. Eventually, I'll try to figure out what that is. All right, this is not good. Hit him. I'm going for the snake first because the bat doesn't always hit. Doesn't always attack. Okay. And we're at level 2 already. Oh, the bat's going for me already. There we go. Down goes the bat. Okay. Let's move on here. I forgot all about hunger last time. How could I do that? To feed the emu, got myself an aquamarine potion. That was on C. We'll have to look at that eventually. Hey, there was an emu there and I killed it. Hooray. Now, there's a lot to pay attention to in this game, but it doesn't feel like it because it feels like a very bare bones game still. Okay, so that is the first level down. Let's move on. Like I said, I don't have high hopes of completing this game, but I should have made it past level 3. Jeez. Let's head down. I think I was on level 2 last time. That is embarrassing, but I'm not going to cut it because this kind of thing happens. You just want to just kind of show off the game as it is, and that means making mistakes along the way, you know? Up to 71 pieces of gold. It's not bad. Let's see what's around this way. More gold. Oh, up to 130. That's quite a bit of gold to start. I will take it. And the emu goes down. Hobgoblin. I must have been hungry or something. There's no way that the hobgoblin got me that quick. All right, up to level 3. And we'll see what I can find further on in the dungeon. So at this point, I'm going to search. So search is something that you have to do sometimes. I'm going to search to the left. So I'm going to hit left, then S. H, S, H, S. Nope. All right. 2 more up and no. All right. So it looks like this was a dead end. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes there's something else there. And you don't know until you search. And you have to search multiple times a lot. There's a significant chance when you search that it won't work. So you have to keep doing it kind of over and over and over again. Okay, so I feel like there should be something over here. Well, there's a snake coming. Okay, as far as I can tell, they're telling me that there's nothing down there. I hit inventory by mistake. I wanted to climb up, and it's just gamer instinct that the up button's a little bit higher. But that's not where it is in this one. Okay. Oh, there's a kestrel chasing me. B is that one. There we go. Let's get out of here. Okay. What do we have here? Spear. Spear is one of the worst weapons in the game. It's really only useful for throwing. Don't equip a spear. It's not as good as what you come equipped with, which is the mace. All right, hobgoblin. Wait, no, this thing is wrecking me too. Okay, I defeated the hobgoblin, so maybe I wasn't hungry or something. Maybe that thing legitimately killed me, and now I'm hungry. So let's eat. The button is E for that. I'll eat some food, and I guess that worked. I haven't found any food this run. But that's kind of the way that rogue goes. Sometimes it giveth, sometimes it taketh away. In my experience so far, it has been almost all taketh away. They're not giving me too many good things here. But I am getting a lot of gold, so I shouldn't really complain. That is my score, but I would much rather get to the amulet than anything. Oh, that doesn't look good. We have a snake, an emu, and a bat. There we go. Let's try to line it up so that only one can hit me at a time. Then we'll go for it. Okay. Defeated the emu. Defeated the snake. The bat's not even going for me. There goes the bat. All right. That wasn't too bad. 4 gold pieces. Yeah, everything about this being random means it's... hit the emu. There we go. We have a dark room here. You just kind of have to explore around. There's not much to explore this time, though. Okay, what do we got this way? Just gold. I will try to search from the middle here. Like 5 is probably good. If it doesn't work in 5 searches, just move on. At least that's what I'm told. I didn't see anything on the right side, so check here. 77 gold pieces. Jeez. Give me a ton of gold here. There. All right, I searched down, and then I found a hobgoblin, so maybe that wasn't a smart thing for me to do. There we go. See, like, sometimes it's super easy, sometimes it's not. That is an orc. Okay. The O stands for orc. And I got it in 1 hit? Usually orcs are like guarding stuff. But he came from me. So who's to say? Alright, we got a hobgoblin here. Like, I swear, sometimes the hobgoblin is super strong, and other times it's super weak. I don't understand. Got an emu chasing me. That thing's not bad. Anything up here? No. Sometimes you will spawn in the room that has the stairs in it if you see that those are the stairs to go down. They do not show you stairs to go up. Okay, we have an orc here. I think it's N. Why is the orc so easy lately? Yeah, the orcs usually guard gold. That's kind of their main job. Another hobgoblin. I don't know if I should attack you. Yeah, apparently you're one of the weak ones. I am level 4 though, so I like my odds so far. Let's head out on to level 4. Okay, so now things are starting to get better. This is where I expected to go my first run. But the hobgoblin had other plans for me. Yeah, I'll have to look back at the footage and see, like, what happened? Why did I die? Oh! There's an orc here. Well, he wasn't guarding anything. Let's try to rest. I'm going to pay attention here and not just mash the button. Make sure that nothing sneaks up on me while I'm trying to heal. There doesn't seem to be anything here. Okay. Well, there's a hobgoblin. Yeah, it still hits so hard sometimes. Took 14 health off, and I'm level 4. Anything coming for me? Nope. Let's move on. Hobgoblins are no joke, apparently. I never had that kind of difficulty with them before. 40 more gold for me. This is just a gold-heavy run so far. Wow, there's a lot of paths here. Where are we going? Dead end. That's where we're going. Search. All right, we'll go this way. Food. That is going to be very useful. I have a mango. I mean, it is food. There's some food. And 11 gold pieces. Where does this take me? They're telling me there's not something there. So I'm going to move on. What do we have over here? Give me something good. Another emu. And there are 26 monsters in the game. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but these first ones I do know fairly well. Okay, so then this leads back here. I should heal. Which means that there is a path to the top right somewhere. Because, as you can see, there's no stairs. So, there it is. Found it. Oh, this isn't good. Hey. Welcome to level 5. All right. We're doing pretty well. I like my odds. I haven't gotten everything that I want, but, you know, can't complain about this run. 78 gold pieces. Let's move on into a dark room with a scroll. I still want to wait until I can find something that needs to be identified before I use that. Do I have anything yet? I mean, I have potions. No, I'm going to hold on to it and wait. I'm going to wait for something better, something that I can equip that needs to be identified. Are we going to have another like circular path here? What's going on? Okay, another potion. That one was plaid. I don't know who's making plaid potions, but there's the stuff. Just kill the bat. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm like, what? There wasn't anything there. What do I have? Eat some food. Yeah, that's it. It's a one-time use food. This way? This is a very confusing... Well, yeah, I guess we'll go up here. Very confusing floor so far. Okay. Let's move on. So far, so good. Things are progressing, I should say. Search. There we go. Eventually something was there. I swear every time I search lately, it's been an enemy. And I killed the rattlesnake. I didn't even see that. That was an R for a rattlesnake. Rattlesnakes, if they hit you, they can sap your strength, which is why there's, you know, kind of the setup that there is there for the rattlesnake, because the rattlesnake can take your strength. Let's get my health back. Try up. What do we have here? Oh! Well, I'm less confused now, but that was not what I anticipated happening. Oh, there's a bat here. No one expects the random teleport square in the dark room of all places. Yeah, that should show me everything if there is anything there. Okay. Hobgoblin dies. Still takes a lot of health, though. I don't remember ever struggling. Oh, we have a zombie! That thing hits hard. Alright, luckily I got a critical. If it got too bad, I might just start randomly drinking potions, hoping one of them restores my health. But for now, we can deal with things this way. Yeah, this is the farthest that I've made it in my testing. I only made it to level 4 before, and I'm like, you know what? I think I got a sense of what's happening. So, zombie is new. Another scroll for me. Sunklissa Plopot Snick. Alright, well, let's head down. Emu goes down. Yeah, as I get more levels and all that kind of stuff, the enemies will be hit more often as well as take more damage. Are you serious? Alright, there's nothing there as far as I can tell. So then we'll go this way. These floors are getting pretty crazy. So much for the 3x3 grid. Okay. Hey! Single strike on the zombie. Down goes the snake. 110 gold pieces. Gonna try to go a little slow here. I just feel like something's gonna sneak up on me. I think we're good. Let's head down. Oh, there we go. There was a way down there. 82 more gold pieces. And there's a leprechaun here. Okay, let's see what I can find out about leprechauns. This is my first time encountering one. What is this? This little guide that I have says. They can steal my gold if they hit me, but they'll also leave behind gold. Your purse feels lighter. All right, well, maybe it was worth the shot. I just want to go up. My fingers are out of position now. Everything's weird. So yeah, they took my gold, but they had a chance of leaving gold. I figured I had enough gold that it was worthwhile to try. All right, a new scroll. Sanbother Zumzatai Kresan Roklis. Sure. Okay, what do we have in here, if anything? Okay, well, I would have seen it if it was here. Let's see what's this way. Yeah, the leprechaun doesn't do any damage. It just takes gold, but, you know, you can also get gold from it. You can just leave it alone, too. It's not aggressive. It won't come for you. All right, blue potion. Does this lead me down? Where does this lead me? Oh, here. To a kestrel. I know that there's probably not something here, but I'm going to search anyway. Nope. Okay. And then maybe there's something here. There was something there. Okay, well, you need to die. Yeah, Emu, not nearly as strong as the Great Emu War would have you think. That's a real historical event. Seems like a dead end. Let's get out of here. On to dungeon floor number 7. If I can make it to 10, I'll call this a good run. I feel like it's already a good run, but, you know, I always want to push further. Just keep going. See what else I can find. Okay, well, not much there. 5 gold pieces. What happened to the hundreds that I was getting before? Anything in the middle? No. What do we have this way? Just a lot of dark rooms. And then there's a chance that there was something in the middle here, but not a good one. Okay, this way. Hey, some food again. 2 scrolls titled... Oh, so that's the second one for that. We have an eye. An eye is an ice monster. So these things don't attack. Well, they don't move, I should say. They do attack. But I want to get away from you and check to see if there's any other monsters. Okay, so it's such a narrow room. I'm going to assume there's no other monsters here. There is an orc, though. If the ice monster hits me, it can freeze me in place. Well, I defeated it, so much for that. And then we'll go for the orc. Oh, there's a snake. I didn't even see you. Okay, we'll go a little slower this time. I was trying to heal. Come on. There we go. There we go, 119 gold pieces. Those are the numbers I like to see. We're well over 1,000 now. Snake. Guarding food. 2 rations of food. Sounds good. I am hungry, speaking of which. 36 more gold pieces for me. Get that. So yeah, each one of those drops is like 1 thing of food. So... Oh, we have an R. That's new, isn't it? No, that's a rattlesnake. Could you hit it? And I lost some of my strength. I lost again? Just killed the rattlesnake. Oh my god, 3 strength. Down it goes. That's not fun at all. And we have an orc here as well. Okay, I need to hit it. All right, there we go. Let's heal. I didn't realize how bad it was. I didn't know my health was that bad. And we have a C coming for me. A C is a centaur. Ooh. That sounds difficult. What is the button for throw? I'm going to have to throw something at you. T and then H. And then I want to throw my spear. The spear hits the centaur. Okay. Throw. And yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but you throw arrows. So throw an arrow. T-H, was it O? It was O. T-H-O. 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 Until it gets close enough. Okay, so I got a few hits in there. Now let's try to hit it normally. Boom! There we go. Welcome to level 6. Yeah, centaurs are pretty strong. I have to kind of use... tactics against them. And the way to attack with arrows is to throw them. I don't recommend, at least I've been told not to recommend equipping any of the bows or crossbows or anything like that, because it just raises your accuracy. It doesn't raise your damage, and your accuracy should be fairly good anyway. Now I have 18 arrows, 19, 20, 21, 22. I got some of my arrows back. That's not bad at all. All right, let's go this way. Yeah, centaurs are supposed to be pretty tough. This is why I have a guide to remind me, like, what are these things? I don't remember all the letters. All right, we got a hobgoblin. I remember that. Goes down in 1 hit. Okay. Nothing there. Let's head down here. Okay, so I'm less confused now. But my question is, how do I then go through here? And we have another rattlesnake. This is not good. Hey, I got it that time. No issues. Can I search here? Okay, so it looks like that one room is just going to have to be left there. There's not much that I can do about it. Okay, so we have a zombie. I should hit that. And we'll heal. And we'll head to floor number 8. More food, more potions. I really do need to, like, give me a piece of equipment. Once I get the piece of equipment, then I'll feel better about using scrolls. Another rattlesnake. All right, got it. Stop taking my strength. I need that for fighting. It's kind of weird that I haven't gotten any sort of equipment at all so far. This is a huge room. Oh, there was gold there. What do we find up here? Not much. And this just leads me back over here. Yep. I thought so, but I don't know. I haven't found anything in hallways yet. Oh, there was a hobgoblin and I killed it. But knowing how this game functions, I'm not going to throw it out. And it's an Aquator. Ooh, that's not good. So an Aquator. Let me see what the guide said about that, because I remember that. If they hit you, your armor loses a point. Yeah. And there's not much that I can do. This is not good. But we got it, but our armor is now down to level 2. And that is permanent. Like that doesn't come back. What I'm supposed to do is see it coming and then drop the armor and then try to fight it. Okay, 49 gold pieces. I'm going to go for the leprechaun again. You know, that wasn't too bad. I didn't lose too much gold, but I did win. I guess. Not really. It won. I can't win against leprechauns, apparently. There we go. So there's got to be something this way, right? There's a zombie. That's something. Okay, let's get my health back. And we'll move on over here. Another aquamarine potion. Ice monster. Oh, I'm frozen by the ice monster. All right, let's try to hit the zombie. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! I did not see the zombie coming when I attacked the ice monster. And that's the end. That's what I can do because of that. Oh, this game is unforgiving. That's one of the things about it. I don't think I got a high score, but I got a ton of gold. I got over 1,100 gold. I died in 1983. Apparently that was last year. So no, I didn't make the Hall of Fame for this particular version. Somebody played this and got a ton of stuff. But that's Rogue. That is the game. Let's talk about how it holds up, yeah? With the game now played, let's talk about how it holds up today. Ultimately, Rogue is fun. I had fun playing it. I know it didn't always sound like it because I was kind of nervous about dying, and then I died twice anyway. But the game is fun. It makes you want to try again every time. I can do it better. Even for me, like, oh, I can scrap that recording and try again, and I'll do better this time. But I did a good run that time, I feel. At least for someone that hasn't had a ton of experience with the game, I feel like that was a good run. But my first instinct is to try again. I want to go further. I want to try again and see if I can do it this time. But ultimately, it's up to a matter of chance. There's so much randomness to the game that there's not really much more I could have done to try to do better other than to try to go through my scrolls or try to go through my potions. But once I got hit by that ice monster and I was frozen, and then the zombie was there to wreck me up, that was pretty much it. Combine that with the I already forgot the name of it, but the enemy that saps my armor, it was just a bad combination of things. And I went from being just fine to losing and dying very quickly. And that's kind of how the game is designed. So ultimately, how does it hold up? I think the core mechanic is actually really good. I think that the dressing around it needs a lot of work from a modern standpoint, but the actual gameplay and the mechanics of how that works, it holds up today. That is something that a lot of games now are trying to still replicate. Of course, they've made the battle systems easier. They've made the graphics better. They have sound and all that kind of stuff to go with this style of gameplay. But this style of gameplay is very addictive. And I think that is a testament to the creation of the game, and having two friends work together to try to impress each other kind of leads toward something of this quality, I feel. You get two people that know what they're doing, that are constantly trying to entertain each other, and then they collab together and they're going to make something special. And I think that Rogue is special. And I think it's one of those games that's often forgotten. Once again, it's a game that many people that I know in the video game world, they have heard of, but they've never played. But they've played so many games like it. And that is a testament to how good Rogue is. So overall, would I recommend playing this game? Yeah, I would. You will absolutely need a guide, not only just to tell you how the control scheme works, because there's a lot of buttons that work into that. We didn't even get to half of the controls. That's how many controls there are. But also to try to figure out what is the strategy that you should be using. If I didn't have the strategy guide, I would have died to that centaur that we faced along the way. There would have been no doubt that thing would have come up on me, done a ton of damage, and killed me. But I knew better, so I started throwing all my weapons at it, and I was able to knock it down to the point where I could kill it in one hit by the time it actually got up to me. But keep in mind, we didn't even make it to level 10. We didn't even make it halfway down the dungeon, which would have been less than a quarter of the actual game in order to win. That's how difficult this game is. And it is one of my favorite genres in being a role-playing game. I've always been a huge fan of role-playing games, so I could be biased towards this game. But when it comes to my favorite parts of role-playing games, I love the story, and this game doesn't have a story. And this one, I feel, it's a really good core mechanic to the game, and that is what carries it through. Do the graphics hold up? No. Does the sound hold up? No. Does anything other than the core mechanics of the game hold up? Not really. The gameplay is stilted, but I think ultimately that doesn't detract from the fun that this game can bring. And if you want to dedicate hours and hours and hours to trying to get the amulet and escaping the dungeon, feel free. And you will get some enjoyment out of it, and you will feel very accomplished when you're done. That is the instinct that I have right now, is to go back and try to do it again. But I know that I'm not going to be able to do it for a long, long time. But I still have the instinct to try. And that's the mark of a good game. So I think it really does hold up well today, at least in its core mechanics of the gameplay, even if the actual gameplay itself doesn't work as well. But that's my modern review of the game. At the time of the game's release across the UC network, Toy and Wickman were still students at UC Santa Cruz. However, due to the time spent on Rogue and other computer games, Toy's academics suffered. Around 1982, Michael Toy was kicked out of UC Santa Cruz. He found a job at UC Berkeley in the computer lab. Glenn Wickman stayed at UC Santa Cruz and continued to help develop the game for a while, but the distance proved too great, and Wickman left further development to Toei. At UC Berkeley, Michael Toy met Ken Arnold, the creator of the Curses library. Arnold had played Rogue and wanted to improve the speed of the Curses library's usage. Toy allowed Arnold to see the source code of the game, and Arnold helped improve the interface, rendering, and procedural generation of the game. The game proved popular at UC Berkeley, so in 1983 the game was distributed with the newest release of BSD Unix, version 4.2. This spread quickly across ARPANET, but it did not include the source code of the game. That would happen with version 4.3 of BSD, which was released in 1986. However, by that time, Michael Toy had left UC Berkeley. Toy took a consulting job at Olivetti, an Italian typewriter company, around 1984. But we will have to continue that story another time. Because of the game's complicated release, reviews are scattered across versions over several years. However, the reviews of the game have remained consistently positive. Over time, the impact of the game has been phenomenal. The game will occasionally find itself on best all-time computer games lists. In fact, an entire genre of video games is named after this game. Procedurally generated role-playing games go by the classification roguelike. Looking ahead, we will continue the story of Rogue in the future. As of 1980, Rogue is very much still only an underground hit on college campuses. That will change in the future. As a result, we will talk more about Michael Toy in the future. As for Glenn Wickman, he would contribute to more computer software and even a couple more video games in his career, but nothing of the importance of Rogue, and we will not be mentioning Glenn Wickman again. As for Ken Arnold, he would continue to do important work in computer languages, but he will not enter the history of video games directly again, and this will be the last time we mention Ken Arnold. That will do it for the story of Rogue for now. My name is Baller Scuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in our next video where we'll go on a different kind of adventure.